Okay, so I invite you to come to a comfortable seat, cross-legged or sitting on your knees, and arrive in the here and now in this moment. Taking a few deep breaths and letting go whatever might be there from the time before this day. And just checking in how you feel right now. Let your breath guide you deeper into the present moment, into nowness. Into calmness. Maybe you want to take a few sighs to let out any stress or any strain. So let's let go of the past. Everything was fine how it was. And letting go of the future, everything that's going to be is perfectly fine. Arriving in the here and now. Maybe letting the body get a little bit heavier. Letting the breath get a little bit deeper. And then let's connect to the earth, Mother Nature, the nurturing force, the ground on which we walk every day, consciously or unconsciously. And maybe you want to give yourself an act of permission to arrive, to trust the ground, to let yourself be carried. And also allowing yourself to be carried in lightliness with light steps. Connecting yourself to the sky above, Father Sky, the endless creative power of the universe, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe also here allowing yourself to receive, to perceive whatever wants to come to you. And then finding your heart in the middle of those two. Perceiving any sensations. Maybe today you feel in warmth around your heart. Maybe an emptiness. And whatever it is, it's totally fine. Bringing the hands to the heart, let us dedicate the fruits of our journey together to the highest good, to the divine or the benefit of all sentient beings. And may this practice today contribute to health on all levels, to freedom, to abundance, or maybe to acceptance and joy. And you can add here whatever feels good for you today, whatever you want to invite into your life or into our world on a bigger level. All right. We'll begin with a little warm up and then we'll continue with a few asanas for grounding. So if you're sitting on a pillow, you can put it away, and we're going to begin with some gentle hip circles. So breathe in and with the out breath, circling and beginning with slow circles, breathing in at the front, breathing out at the back. And really try to give yourself into that movement. Take this chance to nurture yourself, to arrive here on this ground, more in your body. And slowly let the circuits get bigger and bigger. Breathing in at the front, breathing out at the back. And when you're at the front, the next time you can gently change directions. This time we're starting with big circles and letting them get smaller and smaller. So slowly creating smaller circles until you arrive back into the middle. And then coming to stillness. And let's take a moment here, short moment of awareness to perceive whatever is going on in the body. And here you can always already look out for some sensations of activation. Maybe you can feel some warmth, a tingling sensation, or a fluidity sensation around your spine or your hips. And then we'll continue with gentle head circuits. So bring your head to the front and slowly roll your head over your left shoulder. This time we're breathing in at the back and breathing out at the front. And if there is any cracking sensation or noise arising, that's totally normal. Just respect the boundaries of your body and don't go over any pain. Also, see if you can find some gentle nourishment in this movement. The next time you're at the front, we can change directions. Breathing in at the back and breathing out at the front. Last 2 rounds. And then coming back to center. And again, closing your eyes for a moment to find some stillness and perceive whatever sensation is coming up. And again, that might be totally different for everyone. But look out for signs of activation around your throat and your neck area. Maybe an opening, flowing sensation. Okay, let us begin with our first asana, with Janu Shasana, the head to knee pose. For that, you come sitting on your butt. Bring the left leg out. The right heel comes close to the perineum. And with the inhale, you're going to bring the arms up. And with the exhale, bend over your left knee. The leg is straight, toes point towards the head. If your knee is hurting, you can pat it with the blanket or anything similar. And the next inhale brings the right arm up and towards your toes. You want to rotate your upper body up to the sky so you can open your heart. And the left elbow is touching the ground or anything near that. If that's very uncomfortable, you can also try to adapt it your own way, whatever feels good here. And then let's close our eyes and arrive here. Take some deep breath. All right. The forehead wants to come towards the knee. Janu Shasana is a great pose to activate our root chakra. And to support that, we're gonna start breathing in from the ground into our root. So that's the area around the perineum. Breathing in into the root, and then with the out breath along the spine, through your head and your arms back into the ground. So you want to invite this cycle of breath. Breathing in from the ground into the root, out along the spine, through the head and the arms back into the ground. And see if you can perceive a feeling of presence in this posture, your connection to the ground. Letting yourself, your body get a little bit heavier. If you need a break, you can always come out. Breathing from the ground into your root, up along the spine and through the arms back into the ground. If this is easy for you, we can also incorporate a visualization, for example, of white golden light streaming from the earth through your body back into the ground. Practicing this asana can help us to arrive within ourselves, also to strengthen the trust within ourselves or into life in general. This is also great for moments when your mind is rushing a lot and you just need to get yourself back to the ground. So last 3 breaths. And the next inhale brings you up. You can use your arms to guide your body upwards, gently arriving back. And the invitation here is to take another moment to just feel. Maybe you can feel a difference. Maybe your left leg feels different from the right one. And also welcome to feel around your root area. Maybe there's a heaviness, a warmth, or anything similar or totally different. Okay, let's continue with our right side, our masculine side. So bringing the right leg out, left heel comes next to the perineum. And once again, the inhale brings the arms up. And the exhale, bending the torso over the right leg. Left arm comes up and towards our toes. If you don't touch, that's totally normal. You can also find another position that feels good. Just be aware that the upper body wants to be rotated towards the sky, so we can really open our heart up. And then relaxing into the posture. Gaze comes towards the knee. And also here slowly arriving. If you can feel any tension, try to breathe into that area. You can always sigh or do whatever noise feels good in that moment. To release and arrive. Maybe you can feel some emotions rising up. Maybe you can meet your stability, your grounding. Maybe you meet a heaviness, maybe a frustration or anger or something completely different. Just know when we give more energies into our energetic centers or aspects of our being, sometimes we meet the core that's under all of it, and sometimes we just meet the patterns and the emotions that are stuck in those energetic centers. And especially if you had trauma in your past, or if you're moving a lot and it's hard for you to find stillness, then practicing on your Muladhara chakra might be hard or might not always be joyful, but just be aware that this is part of the journey, and this journey is what helps you release the stuck emotions, the stuck energy, to let everything flow again. And in Tantra Yoga, we use our awareness to guide energy and to work with our chakras to help us lose or work on those blockages, to free ourselves from any patterns and trauma or whatever might be stuck there, to meet more the core of our own existence, whatever that might be. So we can also on this side invite the breath, breathing in from the ground into our root, out along the spine, through our head and the arms back into the ground, creating a circle of energy and allowing that energy to nurture you in this moment. Breathing in from the ground, along the spine, out through the head and the arms back into the ground. Inviting the telluric energy to fill us, to nurture us. Last few breaths. And the next inhale brings you back up into a seated position. Closing the eyes for another moment, arriving, reflecting, and looking out for sensations of activation. Maybe you can feel connection between your root and your heart, an openness. Then let us move to our next asana. This is Bhujangasana, the cobra. So for that you want to come laying to your belly. The elbows come under the shoulders. Want to roll your shoulders back. And the next inhale brings you up. You can adjust your hands, whatever feels good. If you have any pain in your lower back, it's always good to press the perineum into the ground. And open the heart a little bit more towards the sky. We're not going to stay here very long. But arriving here, opening up the heart. Let us invite the breath, breathing in into the heart and out through the heart. If you need a break, you can always come out. If it's hard for you, or if you want something, a lighter version, you can also come down to your elbows, to the things. And then with the next exhale, let's come laying on the belly. Taking another moment of awareness, let us feel into our heart. Can you feel a difference? Can you feel any sensation around your heart? And what does it mean for you to be open, to be loving, to be kind? Coming to our last asana, you probably know this one. Gonna go into child's pose. So bring your knees together, sitting back on the heels, and then slowly bending the torso forward. You can bring your arms along the body, back in front, or in yoga mudra. That's where you want to make a fist, a loose fist with your right hand, and grab your right hand with your left one. Allowing yourself to arrive here. Balasana is a great one to activate the heart chakra, Anahata chakra. And maybe you can perceive a sense of loving openness, of empathy, of a kind heart in this posture. Feeling the connection to the ground. You can breathe in from the ground into your root, and then out into your heart, creating a stream of energy. But also here, if you'd like, you can visualize a white golden light streaming through you. Breathing in from the ground into the root and out into the heart. Last few breaths. And the next inhale brings you up to a seating position. Coming to a comfortable seat, you can close your eyes. And since 30 minutes passed by really fast, we're gonna round this up. Arriving once again in the here and now, this present moment. And really taking a moment to feel into your body, your system. Can you feel a difference to when you arrived here, when you started? And what can you feel? Where can you feel it? What sensations do arise? Can you feel a connection between your heart and your base? And also the emotions that guided you through this journey. Let us bring the hands to the heart. Giving yourself a moment of gratitude that you took the time and space, the effort to show up on your mat, to give yourself some me time, some nurturing time, but also to strengthen your awareness for your own self, for your body, your energetic system, and your emotions. Because sometimes we tend to just overhear them, overlook them, or just not give them the space they desire or they want. Okay, let us close this circle. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some insight into your own being and especially grounding yourself.